Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that. But I'm already finding out on my own is that it's wiping the walls out between you and me, and I really like that. It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room. When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this. Because it's just who I am. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
What's up, y'all? Hey, I think you can hear me. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Terrible lighting? What? Why is my lighting so terrible? Oh, it's the Garth video has terrible lighting, yes. Guys, sorry, I gotta figure out how to turn off this horrid noise. I guess I'll just mute that. What's up, y'all? Hey. Welcome to the first ever, it's not the first ever live stream I'm doing on this channel, but it's a different kind of live stream. It's an isolation live stream because the whole world is upside down, isn't it? It's been a really freaking crazy week, and I feel like we're all in this together and having kind of maybe underestimated the scope of what this was going to do. I'm sure we 2 weeks ago weren't expecting to be out of work or to be all sitting at home or sitting in a hotel room like Garth saying, I like that. I added him in as a sound effect. So throughout this video, whenever I want, I can just click this button.
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook.
Have little Garth.
I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made...
Okay, guys, I need the volume on, but I also need the comments to not make a beeping noise. So the first thing we're going to do is just go to some kind of settings. This is why we're doing this, y'all, to figure this stuff out. Oh my goodness. If you make one more comment noise, I'm going to kill you. Do y'all hear little... Because I do, and it's driving me crazy. Guys, thanks for being here. Well, I'll not worry about that for 2 seconds. I'll keep the computer on mute until we have another time to figure that out. Here's why I'm doing this live stream. Things obviously are weird. Our whole lives have gotten derailed. So many people are working from home. So many people are out of work already. And that sucks. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. That sucks. And I want to say sorry to everyone, first of all. And I want to say thank you to the grocery store workers, to the police force, to healthcare workers, everyone that's staying in work right now and still, doing their jobs. That is really, really, we need you as a society. We need you. And so I just wanted to say that we're thankful. And y'all don't hear the popping noise. Beeping noise. It's going to be hard not to get distracted by the little comments. But on this live stream, I've obviously seen, along with everybody else, that there have been a major surge in like Instagram live streams, Facebook lives. There's been so many videos, and it's been fun to watch all of our favorite country stars suddenly be online, and suddenly you're watching Tim McGraw play with Brad Paisley, and then you're watching a Luke Combs live, and he's debuting a new song, and I think looking around at the Zach Bryan one the other day. It's been fun to watch all of these live streams. At the same time, it is I think kind of overwhelming, and then they disappear, so they feel really fleeting. It's not easy to scrub in an Instagram video, and I'm like, I have a platform, weirdly, that could be really good for this. I have a YouTube channel, and it does save the videos, and you can find stuff easily in them. And there's going to be artists that aren't going to be able to do their regular interviews that they had scheduled, and they had tours that they're not going to be going on, and they had press they were going to be doing, they're not going to be doing. And so if ever there were a time, I feel like, to get good at live streaming, to figure out how this game works, it would be now. So I went ahead and I purchased this software that allows me to use my DSLR while streaming, and I hope everything looks and sounds good. And anyway, I'm just trying to build this out. This is a very experimental one. My hope is that I'm able to, I don't know, add in kind of like effects and pictures and things to make this a better experience, for everybody. So, like, for instance, the main request going into this video was talking about the new Kelsey Ballerini album. And I won't talk much about it, but I think with this technology, I'll be able to do stuff. Well, that's a little big, isn't it? Oh, I was so excited about this. I think I can adjust it, right? Alas. Well, I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to just put a giant Kelsey Ballerini on top of my head, which is not what anyone asked for. But, well, there's that, everyone. There. Oh, she's back. How do I make it smaller? This should be easier, shouldn't it? Well, here's a Kelsey Ballerini album, and it's really big, and I'd like it to be not so big, so I'm just going to delete it. But that's we're close. I'm gonna figure that out, guys. That one wasn't the right one to try it on. It said I had a super chat. Sorry, guys, trying to learn this as I go. Kid Rock versus Hope Morphin. Who's better? I'd have to say Kid Rock because I actually know him. And then first, Grady, turn up your mic a little. You're kind of quiet. According to my audio levels, it says I'm pretty good. But I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. It's not moonshine, it's water. I saw that question in there. First, let me answer a couple before y'all super chat a bunch. I really appreciate it. I'm thankful because let me tell you, the CPMs on YouTube are going, they're plummeting. But I put a call out for some questions on Instagram, so I want to do some of those, including the Kelsey Ballerini one. We're going to talk about all of it. But it's not moonshine, it's water. I'm being sober for the moment. Let's just try it with a smaller picture. Like, would this work? If I added in this Kelsey Ballerini picture, what would happen? Okay. Get smaller. Doesn't that feel crazy to you that I can't make that smaller? Feels crazy to me. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh! Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We can make it smaller. Boom. Boom! Guys, I'm so freaking excited that I just figured that out. So freaking excited that I just made that picture small. All right, guys. I think I have this all kind of set up. I think I do. I gotta mute that for a second. Okay. Let me get zen for a second here. I'm stressed by everything happening on my screen. There's the YouTube video. There's my video here. There's a live stream video. There's like all of these panels. There's an audio panel. I don't know. It's a party. But okay. Before I get started, the other things I want to say are, on my Patreon, I have a Patreon. I think I didn't link it in this video, but it's linked on all my other videos. I'm going to be doing some little quarantine chats. I did my first one today, so I put that. Those are just going to be like little 10-minute, unedited little podcasty episodes. They're available at all levels, so even if you're just a $1 a month patron, those are over there. Also, I have merch, including this. This is very Inception-y right now. And I know Marissa was wearing this in the prep for the stream, and I know Mitchell was wearing the Fiddle and Steel shirt, which was pretty freaking cool as well. And so I have merch at gradywsmith.threadless.com. I'm thinking about doing a new design that I think would be really fun. You can see that on my Insta story about kind of all of us in this quarantine time. But overall, my hope for this is to create high quality, fun live stream that is like able to be a beacon of fun and maybe a little bit of distraction, maybe talk to some country stars. We are going to have one appear here on the stream tonight, Mr. Gabe Lee himself. I'll get in touch with him in about 10 minutes, and that'll be a whole other technical adventure. But let us get into a few of these Instagram questions. Yeah, let me get into a few of these Instagram questions. The first one, this guy's been requesting this for a freaking year. I need to give a yee yee to Obi. So Obi, there you go. I've said yee yee. Your diligence in commenting on everything ever has paid off. Okay. Let me look at some questions. Oh, I already know my first question. It's the Kelsey Ballerini album. The Kelsey Ballerini album I've only listened to just this one time. I listened to it last night, and I will say I think it is way too pop for my taste, but I've come to accept that that's her style. She makes pop music, and I think when I can look past that, when I can turn the page on that and just listen to the songwriting, I'm actually really impressed with the songwriting on this album. I think it's really neurotic in a way that I did not expect it to be at all. She's very anxious in it. The song Overshare rules. I love when she's like, I overshare because I overcare what people think, and then I overdrink to compensate. It's actually, I think, some pretty tight, great songwriting. I'll pull my mic a little closer. I see that my audio levels could be a little better. Now you're in the frame, though. Learning together, guys. Learning to freaking together. Get out of the frame. There we go. So anyway, I think it's like actually kind of good. Oh man, Nate, my neighbors that were quarantined 2 houses down. We're not quarantined. We're just isolating. They're on here. Hello, Nate and Gwen Mang and Carter. Okay, I saw I had another super chat. Let me find that really quick. Can you react to Cody West? Maybe down the road. Thank you so much for the super chat. I can't speak with any authority on Cody West at the moment, though. Okay. Let us go ahead and look at some of the questions that came in. There was a lot of them. There was one comment that Highway Tommy gave me. It was a question I really liked. And if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you got to just go follow at Highway Tommy. He's really, really, really fun to follow. Is Kelsey Ballerini still on the screen? Goodbye. I think I can do other crazy stuff on here too. I can add in like text overlays. I can do all sorts of stuff. Wow, I'm gonna do it right now. At Highway Tommy. Ooh, okay, that's who you should go follow on Instagram. I'm pumped about this technology. So he asked me the question, is there a common through line to the types of artists or their philosophy that I really like? And the answer to that is definitely yes. I like duality of good and evil. I like someone struggling to be a good person. That's definitely my favorite thing. And I enjoy people like Dierks Bentley, like Eric Church, like Miranda Lambert, where really present in their music is this struggle to figure out if they're going to be a good or a bad person, if they want to be wild or if they want to be a good family person. And I think that's true of something like, you know, Evan Felker's music. I think that's true of Jason Isbell's music. I love that narrative. That is the thing that I'm most drawn to. That's how I would say that. What should I put on here next? How about just, ooh, we have a visitor. Come in. Wow.
What's up?
Wow. Welcome. Guys, we have a very special visitor. You have to pull up that chair. I can give you a new title card too.
Do you want to wait for the title card?
No. Come join.
What's up, YouTube?
Wow. Hello. You're live now. You're looking here.
Okay, cool.
We're also here. We're also everywhere.
Is a lot.
It's a lot.
I've never seen the setup.
Isn't it more than you'd expect?
Yeah.
If you guys have any, if you've ever watched the Hot Takes videos, this is Hugh from Hot Takes. I see that Carter is commenting currently in the live chat.
They're all over at our house watching the video.
Okay, well, let's go through an Instagram question because someone had one that you would really like.
Oh, boy.
What's the best Jason Isbell song?
Oh. Well, the easy answer is Cover Me Up, because, in my opinion, that's the best love song ever written. But the other easy answer is Elephant, because it's the saddest song ever written. But I am personally a Speed Trap Town guy. That's my favorite song.
Speed Trap Town? Why?
Because I think it's a great story, and there's a couple lyrics in there that just hit different.
Did you see this comment? Someone just said Hugh hits different.
Oh, nice. Who is it? What's their name?
I think it was Nate Brown.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Nate. My favorite line in that song is when he says, "Those 5'8" bastards run a shallow cross. It's a boy's last dream and a man's first loss." It's amazing.
Why?
Because if you ran a shallow cross in high school...
Is that a football play?
Well, a shallow cross is like a 5-yard crossing route. And so a lot of times you run 2 of them, and one of the receivers catches it, and the other receiver does a crackback block. And a crackback block hurts really bad. And so that's like a boy's last dream, where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a high school football star and then go to the NFL." It's like, well, these 5'8" bastards destroyed you. It's your last dream.
Oh, I like that.
And becoming a man, it's your first loss.
We gotta address something.
Oh, can I hit one more? Okay. One more lyric in that
song?
One
more lyric. Throw it in.
When he says, "Drank a cup of coffee by an Indian mound. Road got blurry when the sun came up." And then he has a cup of coffee by an Indian mound. If you ever driven through the night when the sun comes up, that's when it really starts to suck. Me and my buddy Trey, who's in town this weekend, have done it many times. Every time the sun comes up, we like almost get in a fight.
Seems not worth it.
It is, yeah. No, it's definitely worth it.
We have to address something.
Okay.
A few of y'all in the comments are saying, y'all should be socially distancing. We are all neighbors. So there's like a bunch of, there's like a row of townhouses, and then Hugh lives like essentially across the street. So there's like a few of our houses that are basically like, we even have a group text just called the commune. We kind of are all basically in the exact same area. So we have been like, as a commune that we call it, socially distancing from the rest of the world. But I mean, I live with 4 other guys, and then there's another house of 5 guys, 2 down from me. So it's like kind of like, it is what it is. We're all already up in each other's grill. So
yeah, we're taking as many precautions as we can, but at some point you just kind of like can't help but be around the people that you live with or close to.
Yeah. Okay, there's been a couple super chats that came in, but I don't... Oh, here we go. I can see him here.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys. Figuring this out as we go. Okay. So we got, have you heard Caitlin Smith's new album? If so, thoughts? No. I have heard Caitlin Smith's new album. Hugh, that's actually like where we met. I had an extra ticket, and I texted like a giant group of people and was like, I have an extra ticket to this Caitlin Smith concert, and Hugh came with
3 extra tickets.
Don't have to get in. We don't have to get into it. But I have heard Caitlin Smith's new album. It's for me, I think a touch too much production, but her voice is so unbelievable. I'm actually kind of glad she leaned even a little further into pop. Let me think through. I don't have it right in front of me, the track list, but I'm going to be talking about that album at some point. Thomas also asked if Townes Van Zandt should be in the Songwriter Hall of Fame. Maybe so. Maybe so. And it's actually a good segue into... You have to leave. Okay. Into the next thing we're going to do, which is have a guest here on the channel. And I'm going to add him in on Skype right now. Hugh, do you have anything to say to the people for the minute that I'm figuring out this?
No. Just thankful that you're putting out a lot of content. I think all these people are thankful for it. So
wow,
keep it up.
So nice of you.
Goodbye, YouTube. You're good people. And Grady, hopefully I'll see you later tonight.
Yeah, man. Even though we'll be distanced and not do that.
Yeah, distance from each other.
We would never do that.
See you, dude.
Later. Okay. Let's see how this works now. I think this is gonna work. Let's see. Let's see. Are we video calling? Are we video chatting? Oh, yes. Okay, wait. I gotta add you in here. Okay. Can you hear me? I think you're muted. Maybe I muted you. Oh, okay. Here we go. What's up, man? Dude, thanks for hopping on here. I'm trying to figure out how we can split this screen right now. I feel like we should be sharing. Guys, this is fun. Okay, this is a really inauspicious start to to this all. I apologize for not having the the best introduction. Okay. What I'm trying to do right here is have this split the screen for us. Aha! Wow. Look, here we are. I think we got it, man. Okay, so welcome Gabe Lee to the channel. You're currently labeled as Hot Take Hugh, so I'll fix this right now. What a hot mess of a live stream this has been. I'm gonna add Gabe Lee. Oh wow, I can just add text all over. Let's say Gabe Lee. Go listen to Honky Tonk Hell. That's gonna be my message to the people. That's gonna just sit beneath you. I'm really just having fun figuring out all this stuff. Okay, people said there's no audio. Probably just from me. Let's see. Okay, Gabe has no sound. Grady muted. I don't think I muted you. We're figuring it out, guys. Oh, here we go. I think we're good.
Yo. Check. 1, 2. Mike.
I bet everyone's going to be happy with this in a second.
If you can hear.
There's like a 20-second lag.
All right.
You were in fact on mute. So now we can hear you, not Gabe. I can't hear Gabe. Are y'all sure? You're sure? I have this really fixed now.
Check. Come on.
Let's just see.
Can you hear? Can you guys hear me?
Okay, got her. Good. Got him. Working now. Good. Hey. Okay.
All right. Grady, you're a fucking genius, man.
No, I'm not. Do you see how much I'm sweating? It's like a mix of beard oil and sweat. It's like 1,000 degrees. I live in the attic. This isn't working. Everything's messing up. And then I was like, oh man, I have a guest. I don't even know what I'm doing. Deep breath. Dude.
Well, you look.
I look like my normal YouTube self. All right, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Now that I know the audio is working and everything is good, we can have some applause. Welcome to the channel, Mr. Gabe Lee. Gabe Lee is someone that I am really, really such a fan of. I've covered him here on the channel, and I loved your album Farmland last year, and I really love your new album Honky Tonk Hell, sir. And I think like he has a sort of poetic style about him, but now he's brought in the like southern rock vibes, and it's just all a new level. And so I'm excited to have you on the channel. Thanks for showing up here on a live stream, and I'm glad because your freaking tour just got canceled, and that sucks.
Yeah, we're obviously grateful for all the venues for having booked us. They've been really responsive about trying to help us recreate that release tour in the fall.
Okay.
So for folks in the North Carolina, Tri-Cities area, Knoxville, New York, we're gonna try to come back.
Okay, good. Well, dude, like, what are you just doing tonight? Like, what has your life been since your tour and album promotion cycle got derailed? What are you doing at home?
Yeah, well, so I've got, besides playing gigs and playing session, keys and stuff around town,
Is that what you do? You play session keys?
I play with as many people as I have time for.
Okay.
Yeah. I like playing in the studio or, just showing up for folks like last minute playing some live shows. Piano is my native instrument, so I have a lot of fun. Just it's a great way to network too and keep busy. But I'm a bartender and the restaurants in Nashville all just got shut down. So at the moment, I am pretty much joining the unemployment line.
Dude, that sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's no fun. I mean,
was your house messed up in all the tornado stuff? Because I think I've been trying to even feel some empathy and even express it so other people can remember that Nashville, we're all getting hit by this coronavirus thing. Nashville got that freaking 1-2 punch of a tornado that ruined everything, and then everyone's like, go out to bars, support local businesses, and then a week later they're like, do not go, do not leave your house.
Yeah, unfortunately, just the proximity of everything that's going on this year has not been super for Nashville. However, I've always believed that it's a super tight-knit community, and it's proving that time and time over again, which is really incredible. The service industry will struggle nationwide and worldwide, but we're hardy folks. We're used to surviving. Like we're used to living paycheck to paycheck, and that might sound like a disadvantage in a lot of ways, but really, like, we know how to stretch a dollar. So I'm not super worried. I'm just grateful to have my family. I'm from Nashville. I'm lucky to have my family nearby. I'm lucky to have my friends around me that I know and trust, in case shit really goes down. Not that it isn't already, but it's nice to be around the familiarity of things in Nashville. The city's definitely a little tense, but
yeah.
And I can't even imagine what it would be like to try and be recovering from your house blown up by a tornado in the midst of a coronavirus. I live on the south side of town, and we just got heavy rain that particular night the storms happened. So
okay.
luckily my shit's okay.
Wow. Well, good, dude. It's still hard though. It's still hard. You have a very good attitude. You posted a thing on Instagram last night that was like,
yeah,
showed off your very good attitude, I'd say, in the face of all this. Can we talk a tiny bit about, well, a couple things. First off, I saw a question in the comments from someone that asked if you were a Pokemon, what kind you would be. I don't know if you have an opinion on this, but I'd love to know the answer if you do.
That's sick, man. Well, I do love the shit out of Pokemon. I grew up with it, and to choose one favorite is like having to choose between your kids. Okay, so do y'all remember? I'm guessing you grew up with Pokemon too, Grady.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so remember Magikarp?
Yeah.
And he was like this like dodo fish.
Yeah.
But he evolves into like a fucking sea dragon.
Yeah, man, Gyarados.
Yeah. Exactly. I think Gyarados would be pretty badass because you start out as this like stupid turd of a fish, and then you're just like the most powerful being on the planet, pretty much. I think that is so badass. But yeah, I mean, fucking, I grew up with Pokemon. Like, it's very near and dear to me. Original 150 Pokemon, obviously. I couldn't tell you any new ones.
Well, good. I mean, that's a good one. I love Dugong. Dugong was my jam until I heard it talk. I thought it was this like elegant seal, and then it finally got its episode, and it was like Dugong. That's how it talked, and I was so disappointed.
Oh my goodness,
guys! I'm seeing all these super chats that are coming in. I just want you to know I'm gonna go back and get to these. But while we got Gabe here, let's talk to Gabe. I'm learning all this, dude. Thanks for being patient with me. It's gonna be cool when I get it figured out, and it seems like maybe you need a producer to help with everything happening. But okay. I wanted to ask you about your new album. It's called Honky Tonk Hell. I think this is like an exemplary album. In one of those quarantine chats that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, you guys, I actually talked about it in that little thing on my Patreon today, how much I love your new album. Tell me about it, just in like what's your elevator pitch for your album? Because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, the record was a blast to cut. It basically features this similar prose and approach to songwriting that Farmland does. You know, storytelling, um, heartbreak, and overcoming that in a John Prine
Yeah.
meets kind of way.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, you just take that and you add a shit ton of pedal steel and a rhythm section um, with a little more swagger and a little more fire from the vocals.
Yeah.
Um, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I mean, like I said, the band is absolutely killer, and they really bring a lot of magic to the music, and it's obviously up to me to deliver it vocally. And I think I have a lot of room to improve vocally, and I feel like I'm making strides doing it. Every time I cut a song, I always go back and I'm like, man, I could have done it better. But the people that I work with are very supportive, and they're also really interested by the nascence and this period of time where like I'm still figuring it out. So they've convinced me to keep a lot of it the same, even though like, you know, months later I want to say, I want to fix this one riff. They're like, no, man, keep it the way it is now. Like if you're gonna get better. And
Oh,
like,
dude, I agree with them. Plight of every independent artist I talk to is just like overthinking the tiny minutia, the nascence. And I think like what you're doing comes through loud and clear, and it's like unique and
yeah,
got its own vibe. So I want to ask you about one specific lyric on the album. On the title track, Honky Tonk Hell, you have this awesome bridge where you say, if people ever get to asking Mr. Gabe Lee, how'd you end up here? I look him dead in the eye. My only reply is to hit him with a mile-long stare. I think that's really funny. What is that? What are you saying, and what inspired that?
well, I think that people who don't know me or haven't gotten to know me well assume that I'm usually in a terrible mood. I have like this brow, you know,
Okay.
see this brow. And when I'm serious and when I'm working, say at the bar or something, I'm like I'm focused. I'm dialed in onto what I'm doing. So, like, very much, my initial approach to everything in life is no nonsense, and then like give me a couple days and I'll be giving you the goat.
Okay.
So I think that line specifically uh, is this like idea of being in Nashville, being in the songwriter scene. You have to wear your brand and your image, sure, and sometimes that becomes an armor, and sometimes it's shallow. But for me, that idea, when I'm putting this idea out there, saying that people are writing phony ass country songs, I'm at the same time saying, well, look, like I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I'm there in honky tonk hell with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm fucking here with you, and when you do get to know me, you know that I make friends pretty easily with people. But I think that little bit of lyric is saying, uh, that darker side, saying like, maybe we don't have to be friends.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can honestly say I've fully misinterpreted that lyric when I heard it. I think I took it as, I wondered if you were making a statement of, you know, people would see me as an Asian American and think like I'm not from Nashville. I don't belong in the honky tonks. Not I don't belong, but like you're probably not a country singer or something. And I thought maybe you were making a statement about that. But
well, I don't think you're wrong, Grady. I mean, I think that does tie into the idea of having, you know, an armor as a song in Nashville, like having thick skin. Regardless of what color, shape, or form you may take, it's the idea that like all of your creativity is open, is open season for the community, and you have to be ready for folks to say, what the fuck are you? You know?
Dude, thank you for that explanation.
Yeah.
Play a song for us. I would love to hear if you want to. You don't have to. I just told him when we were texting before this. I was like, "If you want to play a song, you're welcome to play a song."
Yeah, I'll play a song from Farmland. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not prepared at all.
Oh, you don't. If you don't want to, you don't have to. What are you gonna play?
Nah, I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll play People.
Sweet.
I think.
Take it away,
it's
dude.
Yeah, I think so. This song it's called People. It's about people and for people. It's comforting, but it's also pretty honest, and for some people that can put you on edge. But I think it speaks to the the social tensions that have been happening around us in the States for quite a while. So this is People. People tend to talk FBI and all. These days you just don't know. Hidden cameras in the phones. Believe in what you like. Electric hypnotize. Playing dirty tricks upon your eyes. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it change your mind. We're gonna catch that train. We're gonna take a ride. We'll find a one-horse town beyond the distant ride, where time keeps on, the stars go by. People tend to fight in schoolyards and the like. Tiny broken fists, atom bomb abyss. There ain't no one seem to know just how far this all goes. For it's dark and troubled times out on the road. Don't let it get you down. Don't pay them any mind. They built a great big wall. Good thing you learned to fly. We'll send you right across. Go tell the other side. Time keeps on. Stars go by. People tend to see ghosts, you and me, drifting through the fog. Rabbits chasing dogs, pretending not to care, like there's nothing really there. We were only apparitions in the air. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let him see you cry. Hop on a Greyhound bus. Go on and dry your eyes into the outstretched arm under the mission lights. Time keeps on. Stars go by. Time keeps on. Stars go by. All right.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Isn't that sweet?
It was.
Thank you.
I love that song, and just so you know, when you see this back later, there was definitely a Gyarados on the screen while you were playing.
Yes. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, before I let you go, and I'm gonna let you go here in a second. How about we answer one Instagram question together? And it's a simple one from Ashley. Just says, "What's the best concert you've ever been to?"
Oh man. Well, it's got to be a tie.
Okay.
There was when I went to school at Indiana University in Bloomington, and there was a night that Paul Simon played with the Punch Brothers opening for him.
Okay.
And I've always loved not only the storytelling, but the color that Paul Simon provides, and the way he weaves words. And I think that I like to approach songwriting from a Tennessee, Tennessee born and bred perspective. So he played like a bunch of Simon and Garfunkel stuff with the Punch Brothers. Chris Steele.
Yeah.
And
did he play like any Graceland stuff with them?
He played. No, he was banned. He had Graceland. He played. What was it? I think it was Only Living Boy. He played Cecilia with them. Mm-hmm. It was so good. And then it was cut short. The show that was tied for best. It was cut short, but it was at an outdoor venue in Nashville, which is now called, I think, like the Firestone Valley or something. It's out in Ashland City, and it's an outdoor venue, and it was Old Crow Medicine Show.
Okay.
And they were playing right as a storm rolled in, and it was just in this little tiny valley, in the hillside, and it was pretty unforgettable. That would be it, I say.
Dude, awesome. I think mine is either. I mean, I've seen the Avett Brothers so many times. It might be Avett Brothers in Satellite Ballroom my first year of college, and I was like, wow, who is this band? It was love at first sight. Or it would be, weirdly, the Taylor Swift Speak Now tour, and I can hear all the people whining, like, she's not country, but that was probably the most well-conceived tour I've ever seen. I was like, this girl found a way to be in every single spot in this whole arena. So either one of those.
Dude, T Swift, she's kind of a boss.
Well, Gabe, how can people... I agree. I'm getting a warning from YouTube that our bitrate is getting too high. So I have to definitely let you go, but tell people where they can find you and how they can support you.
All right. Gabe Lee, TN, all over Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, GabeLeeTN.com. You can find merch. And yeah, support the new record. Appreciate you guys.
Do support the new record. Thank you so much, dude. I'm going to hang up on you.
All right. Peace out.
Later. All right. That was Gabe Lee, guys. That was Mr. Gabe Lee. He's so amazing. I'm really, really thankful he came on this chat last freaking minute. I called his manager, and okay. Let me figure out one more little technical thing, guys. Let's see this. It says my bit rate's just too high. I don't know how to change that, and I don't want to figure that out right this second. I don't know how I could. So yeah, what I'm going to do right now is go through some of the super chats that I have missed. Okay. Up here, Alex, thank you for the super chat. You asked, what are my thoughts on the new Kenny Chesney and Tyler Farr singles? Tyler's I have not heard. Kenny's Here and Now, I really like it. That Here and Now, that kind of crunchy or electric guitar vibe that it comes in with. I think it's nice, and it's about being present in the here and now. Could be accidentally, thematically, one of the sort of best songs for this time right now, where we're all kind of stuck in the here and now. Sean, thanks so much. Sean Harding, kindest dude ever, such a supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. Destiny, Destiny said in the super chat, bro, country pissed me off and I left, but you brought me back. Keep up the good work. By the way, groceries suck right now, but overtime. Thanks. Dude, Destiny, thank you for working in grocery stores. Thank you. And for working overtime. And I'm glad you're being compensated for that. And I'm glad you're back in the fold of country music. Yeah, I think like what is so cool, it's easy for us in our corner of the internet to think that, oh, everyone knows that sorry, what am I saying? I think it's easy in our corner of the internet to just think that indie country, that the word is out about all of this other stuff that's not on the radio. But I think for the vast majority of people, it is still news that you can look off radio. You can go other places. You can, blaze your own trail as a country music fan. And I love that. Alex, if you ever get Tyler Childers on the channel, please have him play Ever Loving Hand. Sure. I should also provide him with his favorite lotion. If you guys haven't heard Ever Loving Hand, woo-wee! That is a dirty and funny song. I remember being in a grocery store listening to that and just feeling like such a pervert. I was like, I feel dirty in this grocery store. Marissa, thank you so much, Marissa. Marissa's just a kind soul. Amazing performance. Thank you, Gabe. It was an amazing performance. I hope he's okay with all the overlays of text and Gyarados that I put on top of him. The reason I said before we even went into that about Towns Van Zandt being, I remember there was a super chat about Towns Van Zandt, is because I think there's times where Gabe's sort of writing style and music style reminds me of Towns Van Zandt. What was Gabe drinking? There's 1,000 questions that ask that. He was drinking whiskey. And yeah, so guys, now let's do a couple more Instagram questions, and then I want to talk about this new Luke Bryan song, and then let's call it a night. You know. Thank you guys so much for. Someone just told me to play Quarantine Town. I don't know if you guys saw this on my channel. I made this real stupid video recently that I called Quarantine Town. Oh, I don't have it saved properly. Let me just find it right quick. It's really dumb. I don't know if you guys saw it on the channel. Not many people did. It was kind of a weird video for my channel. But I posted March 14th. Here we go. Let's see if this works. I'm about to try to add this into quarantine. That's not what I meant to do. Where is it? What I'm looking for right now, guys, is a little video that I wanted to show y'all. Oh well. It's back on the channel like 2 videos ago. It's funny. I was just trying to make a bro country anthem set to whatever. Just watch it. It's called Quarantine Town. Someone said that. I was very proud of it. If y'all aren't following me on like Instagram and TikTok, I'm really enjoying making parodies of country music and whatnot. Let me answer this question for y'all. Are you thinking about moving away from Charlottesville anytime soon? It's an interesting question. No, is the short answer. I am really, really, really trying to ask some tough questions of myself right now about, do I want to, how close to the industry do I want to get? There's certain artists where like I've become friendly with them, someone like Gabe, and there's some bigger artists like that too. And that makes it hard for me to be a critic. And I guess I'm kind of asking myself, do I want to be a critic? Do I want to be a personality? Do I just want to be a host for the conversation? I think it would be hard to do that in Nashville, to be honest. I think I am able to think clearly because I'm not in Nashville in a way. So not yet, but I toy with the idea. But if I moved there, I'd be doing something big. All right. MB, keep up the great work, my dude. Thank you so much. People being willing to support, being willing to give is so tremendously kind, and it's really helpful. I said this earlier in the stream, but man, the people on Patreon, people do support me over on Patreon. It really means a ton to me, and it's fun to get to communicate with them, hear from them. There's like some, exclusive podcast stuff over on Patreon. And I really appreciate that. People that are picking up merch, like my Fiddle and Steel shirt, that really did well. And like yesterday's video, it should have been like a slam dunk money wise. I don't make a lot of money from YouTube, but like, dude, YouTube money ain't going to be real money for a little while. So I appreciate this, guys. Troy, great content, Grady. Snap tracks still suck. Troy is nothing if not consistent. Kayla, thank you so much for your super chat. And Eminem Stan, I'm sorry, dude, I missed your super chat earlier. I do have a Spotify. Actually, on most of my videos, if you go look in the description, my official Spotify playlist is linked, and you can just see it there. About 2,000 people follow it. Seen a lot of questions about my thoughts on Riley Green. I actually have a whole video up on Riley Green, so just search his name in the channel bar. I like Riley Green. I think I like the sound of his music more than I like the lyrics thus far. I think the lyrics are a little bit derivative, just kind of feel like standard checklisty southernisms to me. But I think the sound of the music is really, really high quality. I like his delivery style, and I'm obsessed with that song, In Love by Now. I know I Wish Grandpa's Never Died was kind of the runaway hit, but I love that song, In Love by Now. I kind of wouldn't mind if it got re-released as a single, but I kind of doubt it will. What was I going to say? What was I going to say about Riley Green, about the search bar? Oh, so I also have a subreddit. It's called Country Music Stuff, r/Country Music Stuff. And that subreddit, there was a really interesting thread recently that the guy was like, I'm a Southern guy and I like cliche Southern songs. And I thought it was just an interesting perspective. He was like, honestly, I like when songs are about trucks and just girls and fishing. That's stuff I relate to. And I don't know. I think there's more creative ways of saying those same things than some of the kind of checklistier stuff. But I was still glad to get the perspective. There's always interesting memes, interesting commentary there. Actually, thinking about this live stream setup, this could be good for memes one day. But Alex, what's my opinion on Drew Parker? I love Drew Parker. We're buddies on Instagram. Drew writes a bunch of songs. You know some of his Luke Combs cuts. I guarantee you that much. And I think his song "Party in the Back" truly is a jam. All right, guys, let me look at one more Instagram question. And no, I don't need to look at an Instagram question because you know what it's time for. It's time for me to talk about, where is it? Give me 1 second. It'll be worth it, y'all. Because we love our overlays, don't we? Oh, perfect overlay. Alrighty, here we go. Here's our friend Lukey Luke. What else can I put up of him? Do I have like... Oh, yeah. Here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry I had to do that to you. Luke Bryan, he's got his new song, what's it called? One Margarita. And he's released a few songs from this new album, Knockin' Boots, which felt very much like George Michael. Then he had What She Wants Tonight, which the Whiskey Riff guys called Laser Beams or whatever, like the little laser beam song. That one felt the most kind of like trashy to me. I didn't like it. Then he released Born Here, Live Here, Die Here, which had all that steel on it, but it was sort of hard to take seriously because like you don't live in the same town that you're from. You are different. You have changed. This idea that I'm gonna like live here and die here in the same town that I live in, I thought it was sort of silly. It's kind of hard for me to take that seriously. But now he has this new song called One Margarita, and I was thinking about making a whole video about this today, and then I ended up getting wrapped up in figuring out how to do a live stream. But when it starts off with the line that I do not like very much. Everybody here ain't from here, but we're here doing our thing. And it's like a very much just party song. I know people think it's a good time, but I I thought we were turning the page on the spring break phase. Thought we were turning the page on the spring break phase. Yeah. And I don't know. I think it's got to be weird for all these artists that are releasing videos that are meant to be kind of these summer jams. I noticed that even today with Sam Hunt and putting out his Hard to Forget video. It's shot down in Mexico. It's a really fun song. And I don't know. I like the coronavirus kind of backdrop definitely is not the best one for having some of these kind of goofy, fun summer party jams. And it's, of course, no fault of their own, but it's certainly awkward timing to just see like, oh, here's tons of people standing in a pool together, getting drunk and just partying, and they're carefree. And I guess there's going to be a portion of the world that would say that's what we need right now, just to have fun. But there's also probably a portion of the world that that like finds it callous, and it's just awkward. It's just awkward, if nothing else. It's not my favorite song of his, but it's very Luke Bryan. I mean, Luke's Luke. Luke is Luke, and when he's great, when he has songs like Fast or Roller Coaster or Drink a Beer, I love Luke Bryan. It's just seems like that's not all that often. So guys, I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna answer these last few super chats, then I'm gonna hit the road. And okay, Troy asked future review of Kelsey's album. It's a mixed bag. So whenever this posts on the regular feed, you can go back and see that I talked about Kelsey's album, and the very short version of it is that I think it's a pop album, but I also think the writing is pretty strong on it. My favorite two songs are the opening song and the final song, Overshare and LA, where she's kind of like being honest about how she overthinks interacting with famous people and is really up in her head. But there's other moments on here like I do not love the song Bragger, and I do like the song Half of My Hometown, the duet with Kenny Chesney. I just think it was more sensitive and more kind of neurotic and anxious than I was expecting. Ever seen Crazy Heart? Asks Nick. Nick, I haven't seen it. I want to watch that. I want to watch Wild Rose. I want to watch the Bluebird movie on Netflix. Those are the ones I really want to watch. Okay, Braden Kitchens. What's your opinion on Alexis Texas? Dude, I wish I knew what Alexis Texas was. Is that the new Hannah Montana? Alexis Texas. What? No. Okay. Thank goodness I'm not screen sharing. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Guys, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys. I can't believe you just made me look that up. But you super chatted, so thank you. Marissa, thank you guys. I'm gonna I think I have been pushed into submission now by that last one. Guys, this was super fun. I enjoyed doing it. Really, this was meant to be an experiment to figure out how do we do live streams. And I feel like I learned a lot. I hope you guys were entertained. There's so much evergreen stuff coming out on the channel. Let's take a little peek inside here. This is my, if you can read that, my video journal. Some ideas. We've got worst of the decade. We got best of the decade. We got country songs that make you say, that one's kind of shady. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet. Oh man, there's some fun but shady ideas in here. All y'all can't believe I just looked that up. Oh well. Moose Knuckle Shuffle. That's a great song. I love Hot Country Nights. I love what they're doing. So anyway, those are some ideas coming up. Thanks guys for checking out the live stream. Y'all are fun. I freaking love having an audience. Go check out I posted a ton of videos. Go check out some of the stuff I've been posting and show those videos some love, like the boy band video. I'm really hoping that one kind of takes back off. Same with this new One Hit Wonder video is super fun. The Eric Church video is super fun. There's just a ton of fun stuff. And you guys are the best people to talk music with. I love you so much. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here until maybe we'll do this again on... maybe I will do this again on next Friday. Okay. end stream. And I just let you know, JT loves code Lyoko. Watch the Netflix Enemy Carol on Tuesday. Sure. Bye.